What up? We should be up here in just a moment. Let me make sure everything is up and rolling here. Got to get the YouTube up. Also, I think Twitch is probably not updated correctly. Let me look into this here. It is correctly listed as Destiny 2. That's nice. All right. Twitch is just so much. It's so much more convenient for live streams, but there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that I quite like as well. It's a weird thing. It's a weird balance, weird trade-off, I guess. All right, let me make sure people can chat and such. Okay, that's good. That's good. There's the thumbnail. Let me put this in the VODs playlist. Hey, what's up, Hot Kiki? Whoa. Oh, I got kicked to orbit. Okay. Of course I did, because we can't have people sitting in private matches. That would be, you know, that would be a tragedy. All right. That looking good? All right, that's looking good. Let me set this all up to public. Get this all copied over, and let me post this to the Discord. 1 second, everybody. Almost there. And I need Twitch. Yeah, I can't have people sitting in a private match. It's a lot of little stuff like that I'm going to be talking about today. It's a lot of little stuff like that that has really irritated me about Destiny and Bungie and stuff. It's like, dude, I'm in a fucking private match. Give me a break, dude. Really? Kicking me out of a damn private match because I'm AFK? Are you kidding me? Piss off. All right. Hello, everyone. Greetings and welcome. Greetings and welcome. Let me load back into the thing I was trying to do so I could get this all nice and scenic for you all. Bungie decided that they didn't want me to be sitting in a private match all by my lonesome. Widow's Court, just set it to Clash, 30 minutes. We're going to be reloading here probably quite a bit. Bungie is stinky. Lamau, I bet 100 people are about to be like, make up your gosh darn mind. Yeah, no, I have a list of notes here. By the way, your name is in Chinese, so I don't know what your name is. I've got a list of notes here. That is the very first thing I'm gonna talk about. Very first point I'm going to address, which is like, it's completely fair. That's the thing. That's like 100% fair, right? Feel like we've been here before. Have we been here before? Kinda, yeah. I'm talking about the other side of things. I'm not coming back, by the way. Reset day. It is in fact reset day. It's true. Yeah. So this is possibly the last time I'm going to be loading up this game for stream. I'll be loading it up for spicy clips and such. We've been here before. Possibly, yeah. But this is, I feel like so why am I making this video? Let me get on that here first. Let me get the scene set up here first, because I have to load back in, and I'm on a black screen, and I've been on this black screen for fucking 2 minutes. Why does it take so long to load a damn private match? Fuck! You're gonna do the dungeon at all? I do not care about the dungeon. I legitimately wish I gave a shit about the dungeon. I really wish I did. I don't. I've tried. I even tried, like, searching my soul. It's like, maybe you do give a shit. You give a little bit of a shit, right? No, I don't give a shit. Why make a big deal about quitting as opposed to just moving on to other games? That's a great question. That will be the first point I address. Dark Spiral. Let me get into position here so I can actually look all scenic and shit. It's probably going to kick me from orbit anyway. Yeah. All right. There we go. I'm in position. All right. And I also have... my web is currently... Okay, good. All right. Good. Okay. So this is possibly my last Destiny stream. And I know it's like, wait, haven't you quit before? Yeah, I have. And that's completely fair. People being like, yo, I feel like you're kind of milking this. I absolutely am. 100% milking this. Yeah. But here's the thing. The reason why I felt compelled to do this is because, like, being on the other side of, like, quitting Destiny and not doing Destiny content and so on and so forth has been enlightening. It's been so good. So I felt the need to share and sort of relate my experiences with you all, just because it's just interesting. I just find it fascinating, just regardless of what's going on in Destiny, regardless of what's going on with the channel and whatnot. It's just been a quality experience, and I kind of want to talk about it. Like, it's sort of separate from Bungie. It doesn't have to do with Bungie or Destiny necessarily. It just has to do with, like, what it's like to not be doing, like, the one thing. You know what I mean? So, Warframe, yes or no? So, hold on. Let me address the question I saw earlier. All right, why make a big deal about quitting? Why not just start making new content for other games? So, that's a completely fair question. And I also have, by the way, questions from the YouTube posts that I made a little while ago. Okay, so we'll be going through those. So, why not just quit quietly? Well, couple things. First and foremost, the channel, normally when creators do something like this, one of two things happens. Either A, they go create a new channel and tell nobody, or B, they just hard pivot, right? For us, I didn't feel like it was in good faith to just hard pivot. I felt like it was necessary to say, hey guys, y'all, we ain't gonna be doing Destiny much anymore, right? So if you're here for Destiny, I completely understand if you want to, like, bail, you know? I get it, right? And a lot of people did. We lost a lot of subs. We lost quite a bit of subs. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs there. By the way, I'm pretty sure we still have the alien isolation sounds, I think. That's going to be interesting. I don't know what that's going to sound like, but thank you for the 5 subs. We do have a goal for 500 total Twitch subs. We're at like 100 right now. I'll be honest, kind of need the cash. I'm just going to be real with you. All right, but anyway. So, yeah, why not just quit quietly? Because I don't feel like that's fair to y'all. I feel like it's much more fair to be like, hey, this is what's happening. This is why. And kind of relating that experience, you know? They're $8 now? What? Are they actually $8? What the hell? Damn. Okay, I might lower that count then. Done a factory reset on my phone and I lost everything, including my Discord account. But I can get it back. Ah, Twitch subs are. Yeah, that's nuts. Why is the fucking Twitch sub so expensive? What the fuck? Okay. Bet it's going to be nice not having to deal with Destiny community's constant tribalistic bullshit. Dude, I didn't realize how bad it was. So, that's another thing. The community, the Destiny community is great and it's awful. It is both at the same time. Stepping away from Destiny, like, I'm still in Destiny circles, right? And by the way, this no shade to anybody who still plays the game, right? If anybody's still playing the game, enjoy your time. I legitimately hope you guys have a good time. I don't wish ill upon anybody. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all are okay, right? But yeah, you're right. Stepping away from Destiny and like going to other games, I assumed within D2 or within the gaming space that it was just a normal thing for people to be as tribalistic and as like elitist as they are. Dude, playing other games has been great. It has been so good. I haven't seen a lick of that. Now, to be fair, and we got fucking kicked again, dude. Why can't I? All right, we're sitting in orbit. This is the kind of stuff that like going into other games and realizing how good other games treat their players, bro. Realizing how good other games treat their players. Like, why are you kicking me to orbit when I'm just chilling? It's literally just me in there. It's literally just me. Why are you kicking me?
Strange folk.
What's up? Very strange folk. Yeah, right? Anyway. Let me get back to the conversation. I'm sorry. It's stuff like this. It's stuff like this that I've realized going and playing other games that this is a Bungie thing, right? It's such a small quality of life thing. It's such a small quality of life thing, right? But you don't realize how bad you have it until you step outside and you're like, wow, other games don't treat their players this shitty, right? Like, I can load into a private match. Hey, thanks for the gifteds, bro. I can load into a private match and I won't get kicked if I'm just chilling. Stop playing because I stopped playing, lol. Yeah. Bro, the stream title's giving me rage bait. I mean, it's honest, though. It's honest. It's not even rage bait. It's just the fucking truth, dude. I'll miss the vids, got too much time indebted into the game, and I always come back. I encourage everybody to give it a shot outside. I encourage everybody to step outside and just look around a little bit, right? Because I was in the same boat. I'm like, there's no way. There's no chance in hell I'm going to be able to be anything outside of Destiny. I've made my entire life within Destiny. It's all I know, right? And like, to be fair, to be completely fair, it was tough. It's been tough. It's not been easy, right? As like a creator and a player, I'm so comfortable and so familiar with the systems and like how Destiny operates, what people are looking for, what people are interested in, like what's good and what to do and so on and so forth, right? Legitimately. Like, that's been a thing. Here, let me open up this screen. At least this screen has something visually interesting to look at. Like, legitimately. That's completely fair, right? But stepping outside and just, like, looking around and going, like, wow, no, there are other games out there that are just as good, if not better. Finals is great, yada, yada, you know the drill. Yes, thank you, Coriano. I also like that all our subs are actually up to speed. It's crazy. All right. It's called complacency. Yeah, so that's been the thing. I think if I had one major overarching point of criticism for Destiny, it's complacency. Destiny is a huge game. It really is. There's a lot more intricate parts that have to be, fit together in order to make it work. I don't think that Bungie has it easy, just so we're clear. But there's a lot of those quality of life things, those small things here and there that I don't realize until I've taken a step outside that goes, yeah, wait a minute. Why am I settling? Like, why am I just allowing this to be a thing that I'm okay with? You know what I mean? It's just confusing to me. The second thing is the amount of time wasters that Destiny has installed into its very core systems. So the other day, well, not the other day, it's been months at this point. It's never left my brain, though. I was trying to get Ascendant Shards, right? Golf balls. I was trying to get golf balls. And I had all of the other resources in order to convert them over to golf balls. I needed like 6 or 7 golf balls. Okay? It took me, I'm not joking, like 30 minutes of just sitting in a menu and pressing a button over and over and over and over again just to get golf balls. Even though I had everything I needed to get the golf balls, I didn't need to actually play the game. I literally just sat in a menu and pressed a button for freaking, like, what felt like an hour, but it was probably closer to 30 minutes. There's so many things like that are just like, why is this a thing in the video game? Why is this just time sync unnecessarily installed into my play session? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. I don't understand why we are trying to get as much time out of the player as we possibly can, right? The problem is that Destiny feels really, when Destiny is good, it's really good, but it also is really bad. This season specifically, Meeson leaving D2 equals Meeson making Titanfall vids, and probably not. So that's one of the things. We made a video that was completely different than anything else we put on the platform, right? We did a video discussing old content creators, Markiplier and such. That video, compared to my peers within the Destiny space, was the best performing video of that week and of that month. Even with Vesper's host being a big thing, that video performed better than it's the second best performing video currently on our channel, and it might shoot up to number 1. It was so freeing seeing a video that I legitimately cared about, put a lot of time and effort into, do better than all of my Destiny stuff.
Thanks for all entertaining me for years. Spicy clips, blue heart. With the video essays, I hope you do episodic playthrough of games as well.
So we tried doing that with Titanfall. It didn't get anywhere. Barely got any views, and because we're being prospected for sponsors right now, I had to unlist the video. But we did a Titanfall playthrough. But yeah, so again, this is a thing that's confusing, despite it being said several places. Just so we're clear, this isn't picking on Riley, by the way. Thank you, Riley, for the 5. we're still doing spicy clips, and the only thing that's changing with spicy clips is that we're going to be hopefully branching out to more games. Like the emotes and stuff are still going to be handled in Destiny, just because Destiny's good at doing that thing. It's good at handling the emotes and so on and so forth, right? But spicy clips are still staying. I've said that many, many times, but I'll say it again. Probably need to keep saying it till the end of time. You know, it's just going to be outside of just Destiny clips. We're going to be looking for other clips, which has been really fun, by the way. Some of the best clips I've seen have been non-Destiny clips and spicy clips, if you guys have been watching it all. All right, IDK, how hard this would be, but can you make a compilation of all the 10 to negative 10s in the spicy clip videos? We actually have done that. Go look at some of the best of videos. Where are the supporter spicy clips? Yeah, I need to get back onto the horse, as it were, and start doing stuff like that. That's fair. We've been doing the extended cuts on our Patreon for free, by the way. So small plug, if you want to go look at the extended version, like the director's cut of spicy clips, completely free. You just need to make an account. It's over on Patreon. It doesn't make any sense for me to upload it on YouTube, basically, being that it's already basically there, and the watch time probably won't be as good. But for the people who really like that kind of stuff, it's over there. Yeah. I wanted to ever touch the finals, though. Some off-meta privates. I have not touched the finals. So some people have been asking me what games have I been playing. Primarily, Deadlock. First and foremost, Deadlock. I have been enjoying the hell out of Deadlock. It has been so much fun. I strongly encourage you to give it a shot. It's free. It's a closed alpha. You just need to know somebody. I really encourage you to give it a try. It's a MOBA, which I've never played MOBAs before. I've never done a FPS on a computer before, like M&K. Never done it before. But after like the learning curve, after I kind of like got my feet settled underneath me, it has been some of the best experiences I've had with multiplayer. It's so much fun. Completely different than Destiny, but very enjoyable. Very, very enjoyable. Close to 200 hours in Deadlock. Yeah. I'm like 100 something now. Yeah, Deadlock has been so much fun. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's any interest in it. I would love to make content for it. I'll probably do that on the second channel. I've tried MOBAs. That's a no-go for console players. Yeah, it's a PC only game. This is a truly added icebreaker. So I've been told. Yes, I don't have it myself, but yeah. All right. Anywho. So, the next thing. Spite. Next point I want to bring up is spite. A lot of people have been very very negative about my quitting. Basically saying, well, we didn't care about you anyway. You'll fail. You'll be back, etc. Bitch, I lived. And not only did I live, I thrived. Like I said, I put out a video that was completely non-gaming related really at all. I mean, it was gaming adjacent, right? And that was the video talking about older creators in Markiplier. And like I said, the best performing video I've had of that month compared to my peers. And it's not like, it's not like a penis measuring contest, right? I'm just saying, like, the competition is a good way to judge, like, where you are as a creator. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that it did better than other Destiny content creators told me that this is the right decision, right? And not only that, I liked making it, and I want to make more, right? So we've been successful. We're good. Your spite has fueled me, right? So the next thing I want to talk about, the strangest thing that I kind of expected, but didn't have I didn't understand that this was what was going to happen. The out of school vibe. Okay? You guys remember going through school and then like you'd reach like a winter break or like summer break or something like that. And there's like this weird feeling of like you feel like you should be doing something, but it's not there. You know? That feeling of like you're kind of like spinning your wheels like there should be something going on, but it's just nothing happens. There's nothing that you need to do. Right? Anybody familiar with that? So that's the feeling I got shortly after quitting D2. I decided to take a different route with how we're handling content, and I only wanted to make content that I feel like legitimately had some value. Whereas previously, I would just upload no matter what. No matter what, I would upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Right? And I would just push it out. You know what I'm saying? But like, since quitting D2 and just like taking a step back, it has been so unbelievably good for me. Like mental health wise, so unbelievably good. Like I feel calm. I feel like at peace. I feel like more myself, you know? Like I'm not feeling like I'm stuck in this rat race of trying to like keep up with everything. I think one of the biggest strengths as well as the biggest weaknesses of Destiny 2 is that it constantly puts the carrot on the stick, right? It constantly feels like you're needing to chase something, that there's always something to do. which is a good feeling when you're enjoying it. But when you're not and you're just feeling like you're trying to keep up to avoid FOMO, it sucks, dude. It sucks so bad. And having that carrot removed was just, it was amazing. I don't even have a rubric for it. Have I touched grass more? I have, actually. I have. It's incredible. Like I said, I don't really even have a way to describe it other than that like summer break vibe. Like that shortly after summer break vibe when you're in school and you get out and there's like that weird feeling like you should be doing something, but there's nothing you need to do. It's been great. And it's been really positive for my mental health overall, right? If you're in a position with Destiny, this is where I say, so people have asked me, do you think other people should quit? Which is one of the comments we'll get to here. And I would generally say no. I mean, like if you're enjoying Destiny, then enjoying Destiny. But here's what I would say. If you feel like you're playing Destiny because you have to, not because you want to, you should probably try taking a break. Try doing what I did. Right? And I think you'll like it. Okay? All right. Let's see. Yeah, playing games for fun. That's the next thing I want to talk about. I've been playing 2 primary games. So I mentioned Deadlock. I've also been playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And both of those games had an unbelievable learning curve. I was getting my ass handed to me, and still kind of do, right? I'm so used to, in Destiny, just rolling in and just being one of the best, you know? Just being one of the best, right? But just playing, just because I enjoy the game, not because I feel like I need to win. You know what I'm saying? It's so weird. It's so weird. And I know it's like that's how games are supposed to be played and enjoyed, but it's been different now, you know, stepping into the scene with this, right? Content creation obviously has kind of recontextualized everything, but it's been really weird. It's been really weird. I have somebody just a little while ago, who was that? Rich. You ain't leaving, this is all clickbait. Bro, I have no desire to come back. Like, this is the most Destiny right now at the 22-minute mark of this stream. This is the most Destiny I've played in the last month. I have no desire to log on and to do anything. Some people have asked me, what would it take for you to come back? And I would say PvP. Like, PvP for me is the big enjoyment. The Destiny PvE scene is fine, but there's so many games with just better PvE. Really. Just, like, honestly. The build crafting in Destiny is cool, but PvE in Destiny 2 just feels kind of solved, you know? I've been playing through Space Marines 2 with the hardest difficulty solo, and that was a really enjoyable experience for me, right? Just the fact that that's a thing that I can do, you know? I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the fact, like, how the difficulty's handled over there. I really enjoy it. And it made me realize, because it's going a similar route to Destiny, there's a lot of similarities, in fact, if you look at side by side. It really made me enjoy the fact that there's just, like, creativity in this space. I feel like D2 and Bungie has gotten just complacent. This is something I've already mentioned, just gotten really complacent with how they handle just everything. I'm glad that they're trying stuff now, but for me, it feels like they're trying stuff because they have to, not because they want to. And because of that feeling of, like, Bungie doesn't really care about legitimately adding stuff unless they basically are, you know, gun to the head, the game's gonna die, you know, Sony's buying up all your crap, right? Because that's the vibe that I'm getting, I have no desire to come back. You know what I'm saying? They got complacent and started neglecting the content. Kinda, yeah. The fact that the most encouraging thing to me, the most recent news that was the most encouraging thing about the future of D2 was Sony coming in and saying, y'all need to get your shit together. In so many words, right? That was the most encouraging thing, right? Because I agree. They need to get their shit together. Yeah. It's literally all the FOMO that kept players retained. It really is, though. Like, as soon as I stopped, it's like a psychological conditioning. It legitimately is. It's a psychological conditioning that when I saw Icebreaker and all this new stuff coming out, the little voice in the back of my head says, you're not going to get to play it. You need to go do it. You can make content for it, right? This little man in the back of my skull jumping up and down saying stuff like that, right? And as soon as I'm like, no, I'm going to put you in a box. I'm not going to acknowledge that. I'm not going to engage with that. I'm just going to enjoy Dragon Ball and Deadlock. I've been playing Balatro on mobile. I'm just going to enjoy games, and I'm going to make content when I feel I have something worthwhile. Right? It was weird. The little man is so powerful. It's literally been Pavloved. It's the weirdest feeling. Just being like, it's okay. I don't need to go get the new exotic. I can just be happy with what I have. Right? It's like weaponized FOMO, dude. Is it true this might be your last stream? This might be my last Destiny stream. We'll see. We'll see. If we end up getting 500 Twitch subs, then probably make a stream about deleting the Titan or something. But, like, I have no desire to be back, right? Like, as soon as I was like, I don't want to go play Destiny just for the sake of chasing stuff. If I'm going to play Destiny, I want to do it just because I want to do it, and I haven't wanted to do it. It's been beautiful. It's actually wild that we got Pavlov into playing Destiny for a decade. Well, see, that's not true. I don't think that it's like Destiny was just like this malicious, evil, psychological, twisted. No. Like Destiny, like I said, when Destiny's good, it's very good, right? But like as the years have gone on, and in particular, I would argue the last 3 years, barring some of the campaigns, maybe not Lightfall, barring some of the campaigns, the last 3 years in particular were really Bungie like, okay, the best way to retain players is to like weaponize FOMO. But like, you can't get this thing anymore if you don't play. You gotta play. You gotta go play the game right now. You're not gonna be able to keep up. Gotta go do the thing, right? Like it's been very eye-opening stepping away from that. That's not just a metaphor. Conspiracy. Bungie has actually hired psychologists to help engineer the game to promote that behavior. I'd love to see some sources for that, Sean, because I agree. Like, it feels like it, right? It feels like it. It's like we joke about Stockholm syndrome. It might legitimately be a thing. Like, there should be studies on this. It's crazy. It's like, it's legitimately the same feeling. I went through withdrawals. I'm not even joking. I went through withdrawals. It's like all the stuff I've been discussing so forth, like the little man in the head. It's literally the same feeling of like, I'd imagine like what withdrawals feel like. You know what I'm saying? I don't do drugs, I don't do alcohol, right? But like when people have described it to me, close friends and family, right? And taking a step back and being like, holy shit, right? Obviously on a much smaller degree, teeny tiny by comparison, right? But it's like the same sort of psychological response. It's crazy. It is wild to me. You know what I'm saying? It is wild to me that it's like, it's even close. I've been FOMO'd so hard, man. Exactly, right? It's so weird, dude. Also, hello, Showerhead. I know who you are. Alcoholic withdrawals are awful, yeah. It's also the fact that you're a content creator, big one in the Destiny community, and you know this is where you can thrive the most. Not calling out, just saying, oh, absolutely. No, yeah, you're 100% right. Dude, I talked about this in the quitting video, and it's weird to me that so many Destiny players and so many comments, right? Like, it's the internet. I get it. Right? But so many players were so calloused towards my quit, right? When I'm like, hey, this is really hard for me because this is what I know. This is what I'm comfortable with. I have bills that are far bigger than when I started. Like, I'm an adult now, right? It's terrifying. I have like a house payment and a family and food and all this other stuff. And so many people are like, fuck you, get out. Like, dude, really? Really? Damn. You're gonna be like that, huh? Like, not even like you're being overly dramatic, which is like, yeah, that's fair. I understood what I was doing. I know what I was doing, right? I mean, I put a fucking War Thunder ad in there. I knew what I was doing, right? And a lot of you appreciated the cold read of the War Thunder ad. I knew what I was doing, but so many people were just rude. You know what I mean? If this is your last stream, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to enjoy this game. I understand you're moving on, and I respect that choice. May your journeys be filled with passion. I appreciate that. Yeah, I want to do other games. I'm still playing games, right? Like, and if nothing else, leaving Destiny has allowed me to enjoy more games and more thoroughly. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm glad you all enjoyed the D2 content. A lot of people are like, I'm really sad you're not doing D2 content anymore. And like, yeah, totally. I get it. It sucks, right? Like, it sucks for me having to make that decision. Obviously, it was the right decision, but, you know, it sucks that I had to make that decision at all. I encourage you, obviously, to go back and watch some of our older stuff, because that's still going to be here on the platform. Probably. Depends on where the channel ends up going, but it'll probably still be here, you know? So that's all still there. But yeah, I get it, you know? We were here together. It was a team effort, you know, and things have changed. So, anyway. I hate this either you're with me or against me vibe. Yeah, real. RT had the same response when he quit TF2 videos about 7 years ago. He had close to 3 million subs. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities with other channels and stuff, right? RT Games, if y'all are familiar, the Irish streamer, originally was a TF2 creator, Team Fortress 2 creator, and he moved on to just kind of doing whatever. And he's obviously been pretty successful with it. Sadly, that's the internet. The screen between you and them allows them to be real nasty. True. Yeah, true. Very, very true. But yeah, anyway. So, let's see what else here. Yeah, I've already talked about everything else. Shall we bring up some of the messages? I feel like all the weaponized FOMO backfires in the game. IMO, agreed. Being pressured to keep playing leads to being burnt out eventually. I wish there wasn't so much limited time content. Yes, agreed. I feel like it's one of those things where, like, it's like the inflation bubble, right? It's fine until it's not. Like, as soon as it stops being fine for a player, it's really not fine for a player. You know what I mean? Plan on playing any horror games or streaming them in the future? Potentially, yes. Maybe for streams. I don't plan on doing them for videos. The essay stuff is so rewarding for me, guys. It's so rewarding for me. I'm hoping the most recent video with talking about clickbait and stuff ends up doing well, because I want to keep doing it. I really want to keep doing it. I really like it. Not only does it feel like personal, it feels like something I can talk about that not a lot of people are, but it's successful too, right? It feels so good having a video do well. You have no idea. It's like a kid of cocaine, dude. It's so good. All right, let's talk about... I'm going to answer some of these AMAs. Regardless of what you play, still love you. Just getting to know you over the years. Whatever you play, you're still a great dude. Always remember the time I got Nova'd by ya. Thanks, man. Weaponized FOMO doesn't work when you already have the best gear. That is actually a good point, too. So, for me, as a Destiny player, that's a really good point. For me as a Destiny player, I already had pretty good gear. And secondly, I didn't care about like the slightly 1% improved stuff, right? I didn't play Destiny for the loot. I played Destiny for the game, right? So when the game became more about the loot than it did about the game, when Bungie stopped giving shits about like making the game feel like, again, the small stuff you don't realize until you take a step back and go, wait a minute, why is this a thing? Prime example, melee registration in PvP. Melee registration has been an issue for 10 years. 10 years it has been a problem, and they still haven't figured out a way to solve it. Even though, here's the thing, I know it's like bold of me to say, I feel like I could figure out how to solve it. The fact that like ranged melees and such work well, why haven't we coded all of the melees to be similar to a ranged melee, but just with, you know, basically no range, right? 10 years it has been a problem. And on something like Deadlock, dude, Deadlock adds major updates to the game, like map level changes, like fundamental balance changes and stuff. It's in fucking pre-alpha. It is a closed alpha. You can't play the game if you tried to download it today. You would have to get somebody's to invite you in. It is so exclusive, right? Valve updates that shit like daily. Big sweeping changes daily. Daily. We got a new character in Deadlock before Destiny got a new map. Like, I know the game is smaller. I get it, right? But like taking a step back and going, wow, there is a difference here. It is wild to me. It's wild to me that some of the things that we have to put up with Destiny that we just like, oh, that's just Destiny. You know, it's just kind of like what makes Destiny Destiny, and we've been putting up with it for so many years that we just don't even care anymore. We don't even like acknowledge it. And then going and playing a game that actually like acknowledges shit and tries to make the game more fun regularly is a huge 180. It is crazy. It is crazy to me. Anyway, get off my soapbox here for a second. There's so many more people here than the color tier list stream. Y'all missed out. Yeah, so that's the other thing. The comments lie when they say, "Oh, we'll watch anything." That's not true. You'll watch it when you think it's interesting. You don't watch it for me. You watch it for the topics. Don't lie to me. 100% believe that if they put D1 on PC, D2 would be dead within 2 weeks. I disagree with that. There's no weaponized foam over there. They have an error, however, perhaps the better. Lol, I prefer the non-D2 streams. Yeah, agreed. Alright, so anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. I want to talk about some of these AMAs. Cool? Cool? Alright, cool. Alright, did we get 2 Christmases? Alright, maybe I can make this bigger. Hold up. Is that probably a little too big? There-ish. Alright, do we get 2 Christmases now that you're divorced? Yes. Destiny will have the weekends. Maybe, sometimes, I don't know. Is that good? I'm trying to do this like on the fly here. Here. Yeah, looking something like that. Welcome to the post D2 clarity side of the world. Real. Actually so real, dude. What has pleasantly surprised you since you stopped? I've already talked about this already, but the big thing is just how much other games care about their player base. How much other games are willing to just invest into their players again. Right? Like, it's funny to me that we jump up and down and celebrate Destiny when it does something good. Meanwhile, that's like the norm to be expected in other games. You know what I'm saying? It's been interesting to say the least, and it's something that I'm not accustomed to in the same way anymore. All right. That's a little big. Hold on, let me shrink this down a little bit. There we go. Alright, I started playing D2 during the Beyond Light, and now I have about 500 hours. I've really enjoyed playing D2 lately, not Lightfall. Yeah, real, man. Do you think all the negativity in the community is mostly stemming from longtime players that have gotten bored of the game? Yes, I think it's longtime players realizing that they're no longer playing the game for the game. They're playing the game for the loot. I think that's the big thing. Like, that's one of the biggest clarities on the other side, is that, like, I realized how much Destiny is just, really, it's about the loot. Right? Like, that's it. It's not even necessarily about playing the game. It's just about the loot. It just get the loot, get out, and, you know, stop playing the game. Like, it's never a good sign when most of the content surrounding a game is about how to play the game less. You know what I mean? Like the amount of, like, the most popular videos right now on D2 is playing the game less. You know, fastest farm for X thing, quickest way to get this, best builds to clear Y. You know what I mean? Like, I get, like, wanting to do things efficiently, but I feel like the enjoyment of the thing should be doing the thing, not completing the thing. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for all the vids and the amazing content. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Remember, y'all don't cry cause it's over, smile cause it happened. We didn't know we were making memories, we just knew we were having fun. Purple heart. P.S. Will you remember the drip in other games?
Remember the drip in other games. Yeah, of course I remember the drip. Thank you for the 10, dude. Yeah, it's a new chapter is the best way I would describe it. Like, I expected, and it's still a possibility, just so we're clear. It's still a possibility with how things are going that ending D2 is kind of like sort of the end of the channel. We'll see how support ends up going with everything, right? Because ultimately I have to be able to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't feel like it's like an ending. It feels like it's a new beginning. As cheesy as it sounds, that legitimately feels like that's the most accurate thing, right? In fairness, some people over-engineer min-max Stardew Valley of all things. It's kind of in human nature to try to optimize when a game lets you. I agree. That's a good point to bring up, Parker Pal. That's a very good thing to bring up. So, what we optimize in D2 is different. Right? The way we optimize in D2 is not for the enjoyment, for the joy of optimization. Like, Stardew over optimizations are for the joy of the efficiency. I've played Stardew. I didn't get to, like, this super high-end level stuff, but I played Stardew. And the joy was the optimization. Right? That was the game. That was the whole point of the game, is to have fun over-engineering and over-optimizing everything. Right? That's not the case with D2. Not always. Most of the time, I'd say, like, generously 50-50, right? Most of the time when people are over optimizing D2, it's so that they can play the game less, right? It's like, not for the sake of like, man, I really like this build, I'm really enjoying this, which is true. But a lot of the times it's so, the thought process is often much more, I really like this build, it allows me to get X thing done quicker. I can farm things quicker. Right? It's like, in other words, I'm making this build. I like this build because I can play the game less. Not because I enjoy the efficiency of the fruits of my labor. It's so that I can get through this thing quicker. I've asked many players about D2. This is way before we even were discussing quitting. If you could just snap your fingers and have all of the loot that you wanted right now, would you do it? And after some hesitation, most players are like, yeah, probably. If I could get the thing I'm looking for, probably. And then I asked them, would you still play Destiny if you could do that? And most of them are like, well, maybe not, right? Which tells me that players are more interested in getting the loot than actually using the loot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a means to an end. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Hereish. Destiny, let's see, making sure because I've got to like go back and forth with two things. Destiny's magical the first 1,000 hours. After the magic fades, the decade of poor choices by Bungie revealed themselves, become the forefront of the experience. I'd say it takes longer than that. Like, Destiny's a really good game. It, like, when it's at its peak, it's at its best, right? I push back against people like saying like Destiny's always been bad, and I know that's not necessarily what this guy's saying outright. Oh, hey, thanks, Benji. And thank you, Torrential. Are you going to read the message? I don't think he's going to read the message. Okay, serious question. Can you explain how to find another game to fill the slot Destiny has? I've been looking for years and can't find anything to fill the slot fully. It's been a giant pain in the ass. So, crafting, removing the grind from loot chasing. So, for me, that's partially, like, a lot of people have been like, why did you try Warframe? Just go play Warframe. I don't want to go back into another rat race. I don't have any interest in it. For some people, they love that. They love that shit. Like, MacDix loves that shit, right? Good for him. Go enjoy that thing. For me, I've realized that I enjoy just playing the game. Like, having all of the tools technically available to me from the start, or at least potentially available to me from the start, like a roguelike or something like that. I enjoy skill expression. I enjoy mastery. I enjoy creativity, right? I don't enjoy the achievement hunting. You know what I'm saying? So for me, just go play other stuff. Like I said, I've been playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which is like such a left turn from what Destiny is, like almost entirely, right? Been enjoying the hell out of it. Just getting good and beating up Electro. I think he's taken one game on me, and that's because I accidentally only selected one character. You know? Like, enjoying that kind of thing has been great. I don't want loot chase, I want wonder. Yeah, exactly. I agreed. So for me, I strongly advise you to check out Deadlock. If you're like me at all, and you like PvP, you like build crafting, you like skill expression, and you like being challenged, I really enjoy Deadlock. I cannot endorse it enough. It's been so good, dude. It's been so good. Other than that, just go play some other stuff. If there's been something that your friend has been like, oh, you really got to try this game, you know, and you've just been interested, go play it. Go give it a shot. Smash stream win? Yeah, we might do some Smash stuff. All right, moving right along. Yep. Genuinely happy to see y'all getting good views. I only found about you a year ago. To the Destiny community rallied behind you and other creators moving on from Destiny has been a pleasure to see. Yeah, so as much as there are bad eggs within the Destiny community, right? There are a lot of good eggs too. Just as a reminder, there's a lot of good eggs in the community as well. There's the haters to the believers, the haters to the supporters is so vastly weighted against the haters. For every one like hateful or angry or just generally negative comment I would get, I'd probably get about 30 or 40 positive comments. Whether that be people just being like, I wish you luck, you know, or I'll watch you no matter what, or whatever it may be, right? There's still a lot of really good people in the community, especially content creators. Like, we've done, obviously, spicy clips with a lot of people. Practically everyone I have met, I don't think I can think of one, like, off the top of my head where I'm like, oh, yeah, this guy was an asshole, or I got weird vibes off this guy. You know, it's all been really good, and a lot of the content creators, a lot of them, not all of them, right? Obviously, but we know the good from the bad. Have been really, really good. So yeah, there's still a lot of really good people in the community. There's still a lot of great devs, right? And that's not to say like all of Bungie's terrible. I hate them all. No, not at all, not in the slightest, right? But it's just for me, the bad is there. It only takes a bit of the apple to be rotten for you to just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw it out. You know, like there's some salvageable parts, sure, but I'm just going to toss it. Just throw it away. You know? So, anyway. Don't trust Sparking Zero praise. If you've only fought bots, SMH, I have not fought bots. Absolutely not. I've been getting my ass kicked online, although I do understand that you referring to Electro. What other games will be uploading to the channel? So that's the thing. I might not be. I might be moving on to a video essay channel, which is, you know, kind of a meme, you know, but I might just be moving on to that kind of stuff. I really enjoy it. If this other video takes off, it's pretty much like the final nail in the coffin. I really need this video to take off, this most recent one with Jacksepticeye in the thumbnail, for that to seal the deal. But I really enjoy essay content. I feel like I've got the chops for it too. So I don't know. If I'm gonna be doing gaming stuff, which I still love gaming and such, right? I'm probably gonna be doing that on second channel. You know what I'm saying? That's probably gonna be a second channel thing that I do. But yeah, not really. I don't know. Still gonna be doing spicy clips on here. Depending on what happens to the video essays, that might be moving to second channel as well. In which point I will reveal where that is. But for right now, yeah. Because like not making content for things has been really healthy for me, I think. Still digging deep into D2, and I can tell you this season is cool, but ultimately your decision is awesome, man. I'm surprised how many times this game can hook people forever like me. I just encourage you to just take a step back. Like, I'm not encouraging you to quit. I'm encouraging you to just make sure you're examining your options, right? Take a step back and examine. Are you really like interested in Destiny, or are you interested in the loot grind, right? And some people, like, that's all they care about. They care about the loot grind. That's why they're here. Fair, right? But just like, make sure that that's your reason. You know what I mean? In the end, everyone ends up doing YouTube drama. I don't want to do just YouTube drama. I want to do other stuff. Is this the winter arc? Maybe. But essay channel plus gaming streams are cool beans for me. Yeah, cool. All right. Going forward, what will be the primary focus of the channel? We've already kind of discussed that. Have you been interested in playing IRL games like Warhammer on the channel? No, not really. I'm not really like a tabletop kind of guy. I do D&D stuff, and I'm working on a Discord game that is in the style of D&D called Wit. You guys have heard of it before, but no, probably not. I want to hear it all, the ups and downs, what was hard, what was not so hard. I want to feel you in retrospect. Yeah, I've kind of gotten all that there. You should play Roblox Dungeons. No. How's life been going? And how's life in the channel been going for you? I'm semi-divorced, but I'm dabbling in the game, and it's been fun here and there. Yeah, and that's fine. Like I said, if you're enjoying the game, great. Keep enjoying the game. Hold on to that, right? But like overall, it's been almost exclusively positive for me to be stepping away from Destiny. Scary at first, but positive after that. What epic space adventures has caught your eye, and that a D2 is no longer your choice? Like I mentioned, Deadlock, Sparking Zero. Didn't play Spelatra on the side too. What type of videos do you want to branch into? Anything in particular that you enjoy talking about from games, i.e. game mechanics that are unique part of? Yeah, so I want to also start branching into just like game retrospectives. Like I really want to talk about Stardew Valley. You know what I mean? Like Stardew Valley is such, like, not because like I enjoy the game, but because when you go on Steam charts, it's consistently in the top 10. It's consistently in the top 10, right? Like it's such a weird little like standout compared to everything else in there. You've got like a bunch of shooter games, MOBAs, some sports games. You've got like the money simulators, the banana games and whatnot. You know, there's Apex Legends, there's CSGO, Warframe or whatever is up there sometimes, TF2, blah, 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 blah. And then there's Stardew. You know, it's like, it's so odd to me. And I want to examine that sometime. I want to branch into stuff like that, talking about things like that. All right. There's a lot of things here. I still love Destiny. I love its world the most. I preferred the final shape since I knew I was going to play each episode. I wish I hadn't. Yeah, I feel that, man. So for me, my experience with Destiny has a set expiration date. After episode 3, I'm officially done. I encourage you to potentially take a step back. Like just like don't if you're not enjoying the game right now, leave. Right? Like right now. Like if you're not enjoying the game right now, leave. If you're enjoying the game, great. Keep playing. Do what you want to do, right? But if you're not enjoying the game, don't get sunk cost fallacied. Don't get sunk cost fallacied. Don't get yourself into this mindset, well, I've already invested this much, I might as well stick it through. No, just bail. Dude, I got a whole ass channel. I've made thousands of dollars off of playing Destiny and uploading content. Right? I made the big decision. You can too. Take a step back. It's like 10, 20 bucks. You know? Anyway. What was it like to move on? Kind of discuss that. Do you have any advice for people looking to move on? Like I said, examine your motives. Is it possible to show love for Destiny and not for the company behind it? Absolutely there is. You can separate the art from the artist, absolutely. But I don't think that Bungie as a whole is evil. It's like upper management that's just a bunch of jackasses, right? Do you have any advice for those who want to stick with Destiny even after everything? Like I said, just examine your motives and play the game for what you like about the game, not for what Bungie or anybody wants to tell you what is why you enjoy the game, right? A lot of people play the game because they feel like they have to for one reason or another.
You, brother. Sorry that I can't be around as much because of work. Anytime that you want, we are willing to open a chair at RD&D night.
I might, just to get a vibe for like the community, because I'm making my own D&D thing with Wit and whatever, and I'm gonna have like a story mission and so on and so forth. So yeah, I might sit down with that. And I know, Mark, we haven't really been able to hang out because you're a Warframe player, and I'm not interested in Warframe. Yeah, feel like I might enjoy Monster Hunter. Yep, maybe. Yeah, so like I said, the big thing is examine your motives. Kind of games or series that are out there are going to come out in the future, looking forward to cover. Monster Hunter is definitely one of those. GTA looks interesting. I've never really been a GTA guy, but I mean, like, it's such a cultural phenomenon. I'm interested in it. I also like Call of Duty, so I'll play some Black Ops 6. How many thumbnails? All right. How many thumbnails have you used last video? I count 3, maybe 4. So YouTube has this thing where it allows you to change the, like, A/B test the thumbnails. So it'll cycle through them and it'll show the ones that are most successful. Any plans for more retrospective videos or having others to assist in video making? Probably not more retrospectives after this. Like, I'm going to make a video talking about everything we've talked about here, and that's probably going to be it. It's probably going to be the last time I ever mention Destiny. Probably, if I can help it, at least. Best choice I made to post. Do you ever find yourself more or less appreciative of the game with distance of it? Less appreciative. The more distance I get between me and the game, the more I realize how many flaws there are with Destiny. Right? And obviously, I'm more invested in Destiny. Like, I know more of the issues that are involved with it because I've been here for, thousands of hours or whatever, right? But the more I step away, the more those issues become more glaringly apparent to me. Dropped Destiny 2 a little while after Lightfall came out. Life really does get better when you stop playing it, Lamau. Not consistently, right? Like, some people are still enjoying the game. Just keep doing that. Hop on Destiny Rising. Yeah, the fact that Destiny Rising is a thing is... I mean, like, we knew it was coming, but damn. I don't really have anything. What's a trick you discovered with your own content creation that you're proud of? Video editing, scripting, recording, algorithm, coming up with ideas, executing ideas. So I've spent a lot more time, like the video essay stuff has taken me a lot more time to sit down and with the script. Like the most recent one, was like a whole week of like 6 to 8 hours a day of literally just working on the script. Research, writing, rewriting, reconstructing. I didn't do that in the past. I didn't care. If I had inaccuracies or I felt like something it was just okay, I would just push it out. I didn't care, right? But like, I really care about it now. It's such a weird and I think a much more healthy place to be. I've obviously gotten better with my editing. I'm still using free editing software, by the way, because Adobe can bite my ass. But yeah, no, I've spent a lot more time just like really carefully choosing topics and such. You know what I'm saying? Isn't quitting before GTA 6. Yeah, real. Will we see you when Act 2 drops? Nope. What games do you have in mind for future content? Will you continue your analytical content on the news of these new games? Let us videos keep it up. Good work. Yeah. Just whatever comes out, whatever I'm interested in. Just basically, I'm going to make content that I feel like is worthwhile. Whereas before, I was making content for, fitting a bill and doing and so forth, which I might do more on the second channel. I'm just going to make content that I feel like is worthwhile. If you're interested, would you consider playing the tabletop games? Nope. Welcome to the club. How much do you feel the call to go back to Destiny? This assumes if you quit the general rather than just YouTube. Have you played much Destiny 1? No, I haven't touched Destiny 1 since Destiny 2. If your preference is gaming shooters, will you break out the Puyo Puyo Tetris occasionally? No. What's your favorite kind of soup? Tomato. I'm a basic bitch. Like a roasted red pepper tomato, though. Yeah, no, I feel no call to go back to D2 after completely separating it out. Why not use free Adobe? Because I'm comfortable with the system I have. When the DLCs become free next year, would you consider giving it a try? Talking about Destiny? Would Marathon be considered just to see where the resources went into? Yeah, I'm interested in checking out Marathon. Just curious. Just out of pure curiosity, just to see where it is. And just to give it my critique as a longtime D2 player. You know what I mean? When it comes to the video essays, any specific topics or just whatever? Mostly gaming related or media related, right? Like, the focus on YouTube has been really good. Feels great, doesn't it? Fight the urge to reinstall without your mind. I have no urge. That's the thing. I have no urge. Like, obviously, I still have the game installed. That's just for spicy clips, right? I have no urge. I legitimately haven't felt the call once to log on to D2 since, like, actually fully quitting. You know? Like, actually getting myself separated out. Do you still feel the mental impulses to open D2 when prepping for recording sessions that are, or has that all but left? You know, that's actually really insightful because you're so accustomed to a specific thing that you do within content creation, like you're comfortable with it, right? This is a really insightful question. When I was first, like the first 2 weeks, I will admit, yeah, it was rough because like I know so well, I know the Destiny community so well that I knew like what to make and what to look out for and such, right? Quitting D2. It took a while to kind of get my mind straight as to what type of content I should be looking for. You know what I'm saying? It took a while. So this is actually very insightful. It was difficult. It was actually quite difficult. Despite the void and the time consumption, this is how I felt both times stopped playing, honestly. Yeah, feel that? Where are you getting your FPS kicks now? Like I said, Deadlock. It's been great. It's been so good. So good, dude. Jumped off with you, and it's brilliant. I didn't have time to play other games while Destiny, but there's quite a few out there. Exactly. Destiny is such a massive time consumer. Destiny eats your time, and it tries to. It's bullshit, right? It tries to consume your time. It goes out of its way to turn seconds into minutes into hours as best as it can, dude. I swear. Like, as an example, I know Deadlock is, like, exclusively a PvP game, right? I get matched, I'm not even joking. I press the search button, I will get it in under a minute. I will be loaded into a match. Under a minute. D2, it's like 5 minutes, dude, on average. Like 2 to 5 minutes. It's like seconds in Deadlock. Seconds. A game that's pre-alpha, invite only. Seconds. Minutes, seconds into minutes into hours, dude. Seconds into minutes into hours. What games are you planning to cover next? Whatever comes to me. Is there any types of games you won't touch? You won't touch it, explore. Wait, what? Are there any types of games you won't touch it, explore? Like gacha games, battle royales, survival multiplayer games. I'm open to anything. I believe that good games can come in any form. I would have expected a pixel RPG from an indie creator about a boy who falls down into a hole to be my favorite game of all time. It's so different than what I played, but Undertale is my favorite game of all time. I keep my mind open. Right? Will you come back when the 2 DLCs release next year? Nope. Probably not. I hope not, at least. I hope I don't have to, because I'd only come back if I had to. What have you learned about yourself in terms of biased by recently gaming investments, of course? Any MMO RPG action worth discussing, or any of your older favorites that you're still trying to pick up? Like I said, it's been just newer stuff, and it's been mostly competitively focused. I love the creative competitive scene. You know, build crafting, that kind of thing. Sparking Zero and Deadlock both scratch those itches. See if anything. For a moment, I thought you were going to talk about The Binding of Isaac. I play The Binding of Isaac. I'm much more of a Gungeon, into the Gungeon kind of guy myself. Want to see bro play Black Myth Wukong and rage for a slight bit, not going to lie. Like, I think I would disappoint you. I think I'd really disappoint you. If you guys, I don't think anybody here, maybe a handful of y'all were, I was getting my ass kicked in Sparking Zero, and I just accepted that shit, dude. I was just like, yep, I'm going to get my ass kicked for a while. You know, that's just how it's going to be. Ever played Outer Wilds? No, but I watched a playthrough of it. It kind of ruined it for me, I know. But really cool game. Really, really cool game. I feel like that's one of those games you can kind of just watch to get like a pretty good experience of it, too. You know? Damn, yeah. But, yeah, I don't have any, like, specific games. Really happy the Markiplier vid popped off. Yeah. What kind of content message you want to make? Are you also interested in Destiny Rising? I'm interested in Destiny Rising just out of pure curiosity. Did you ever play Tunic? No, and I'm interested in it. I'm interested in Tunic. It looks really interesting. Ever played? I'd love to see you play Civ. The Civ games are interesting. I'd be interested in trying it out, but I don't know if I can make any content on it. It's just, I'm not. There's so that game has been like so meticulously like figured out and such. I feel like I'd be stepping into a world I would not understand at all. Really happy the Markiplier vid popped off. Yeah, me too, dude. It was really encouraging. We will still be doing spicy clips from D2 from other games you want to get starting clips from. I'm more interested in games that are outside of D2 now. I'd like to stop branding the spicy clips with Destiny stuff. All the thumbnails that have been the most successful have been Destiny thumbnails, right? I want to start branding those of just like generic other games or whatever and have people still be interested, which they kind of are, but still the Destiny thumbnails still perform the best. Like I said, YouTube can run A/B testing, which is why sometimes you see a lot of thumbnails for one video, just because I have it set to A/B test some stuff. But Destiny still consistently performs the best. I'd like to fix that. I might just pull the trigger on it. We'll see. It's very rare, but still possible to see rage from you. Yeah, but I have to typically be invested. If it's a game that I don't know, I have a lot more patience for it. But yeah, spicy clips are still here. Probably going to see one this Friday. Would you like to bring Momsen back? Try to name some of the new exotic weapons in armor. Maybe. Yeah, I could see myself doing some content like that. Yeah, because that doesn't involve me playing Destiny and just involves me, you know, enjoying my mom, basically. You know what I mean? Enjoying my mom's company. Looking back, what's the most toxic aspects about the game? For me, it's the carrot Bungie keeps dangling. Yep. Promising power fantasy all at the same time, making everything harder and harder and harder so the power fantasy never comes to fruition. Sometimes I just want to stop. Yeah, I feel that. Although I feel like power fantasy comes best when the game is stacked against you and you kick ass anyway. Like when you kick something's ass in Elden Ring, that feels really satisfying because you know the game ain't pulling its punches. Right? Bungie has never been able to correctly get down difficulty. And the problem is that because it's a twofold problem, because you want to be able to allow players to get access to all the cool stuff. You know, you want them to be able to do whatever they want. You make guns somewhat available to them, right? But at the same time, the best way to make something feel really powerful is to withhold it from them and make them work for it so that they can feel they can really reap the fruits of their labor, right? I miss in D1 when getting Galahorn to drop was a big deal. It's no longer a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no longer a big deal to have an exotic drop. It's like, finally. Like, the experience in D1 when, like, Galahorn would drop was like, holy shit, Galahorn, oh my gosh. Now it's like, finally. Took me forever to get Buried Bloodlines. Shit, dude. How many runs with this? 67? You know? It's just a completely different vibe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the carrot on the end of the stick really sucks. Power fantasy is a hard thing to really nail down. I feel like Bungie's done a good enough of a job, and obviously to keep players where they're at for right now. But yeah, and how quickly you can be screwed over in Destiny. I'm not joking when I say I can get out of shitty situations more easily than Helldivers. Yeah, I kind of feel that. It's a hard balance. I don't envy Bungie, and I don't think they've got it easy either. I don't claim to know like the answers or whatever, right? But anywho. What game left the most refreshing to play after you started exploring what was out there? Yeah, like I said, Deadlock was amazing. Dude, Valve treats their players so good, dude. Valve treats their players so good. Like, I know, like, the TF2 community would disagree, but y'all got a game that lasted, like, 20 years, dude. That's pretty good. Y'all low-diffed Overwatch twice. Yeah, know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Valve kind of, like, abandoned you or whatever, but, you know, they came back around. Obviously, they were working on Deadlock in the meantime. It's probably why their resources were tied up and whatnot, right? But, like, having a game that feels alive and a community that actually supports it with Deadlock has been so refreshing. It's been so refreshing. Fallout 76 win, not really interested. It's a similar situation to D2. How do you see your future career without Destiny? It's been terrifying. It's so scary. It's been so freaking scary without D2 because, like I said, D2 I knew. And like I said, I'm not gonna lie, finances are rough right now. We had some unexpected bills somewhere in the ballpark of $20,000 to $30,000, which I can barely afford, thankfully. But it's taking away from future plans that we had to, you know, have a life and such. So it's been scary. It's been real scary. Thankfully, the Markiplier video did really well, and hopefully the most recent one is going to do well too. More of the TF2 community than Valve IMO. Same with Melee community that goes strong in spite of Nintendo. That's true. I'll give you that. But I mean, like Melee ended up being a really good game. You know, it ended up being a really good game despite it being made in a hurry. So I don't know. But obviously Melee doesn't get updates in the same way. Is DDT going to stick with only one game? Nope. Or are you going to be playing lots of games like you have been? Probably lots of games. What games have you preferred playing so far? We've already discussed that. Haven't played since the final shape. Kind of sad I missed the expansions, but it's great. My question is, how do you feel about having D2 in your life anymore. I want it to stay away. It's like cigarettes, dude. However cringy of a question it might seem, it was a large part of your life and like mine, and now it's not. You may have done a video on it, I can't remember, but now you've benefit of the hindsight. Yeah, that's kind of what this video is meant to be. It's like the benefit of the hindsight, like now looking back, you know? Having separated from the game and looking at it now, does it seem easier or even grander? What? Does it seem easier and grander in scope at the issues facing Destiny? I think it's a lot bigger issues. Dude, I would have stayed if there was a Destiny 3. Like, a lot of people have said, like, what would it take you to come back? Probably Destiny 3. Probably Destiny 3. They dropped the ball so hard by not including a Destiny 3. Anyway. Any other plans to games to discover? Let me go scroll this up just a bit. Any other plans of games to discover and enjoy? Asking from the respective D2 channels towards game variety channels, perhaps game journalists. If I may be bold, would you try, say, Warframe, where discussion, insight, Maxis Enforcer into Warframe? Yeah, like I said, I don't really, it's just not, like, I know they're separate games or whatever, but I'm just not interested in those style of games. Like, live service games that are focused on the next thing or whatever, I'm just not interested in anymore. I'm sure a lot of people enjoy Warframe, and I'm not saying Warframe's a bad game at all. It's just not my kind of game. Cool. Great. Any chance you'll play the finals? Probably. I'll probably get to it at some point just because of the incessant bugging. What other games have you been trying? Already discussed that. Other games you've been playing? Already discussed that. Would you consider covering Stardew Valley? Oh boy, oh boy. Yes, I am. I'm actually very interested in talking about it. What color is grass? Right now it's gold. It's getting green though. How are the divorce papers? They're a pain in the ass. What'd you have for dinner today? I actually just got home. It's obviously breakfast, but I got home from a place that is like a French pastry place that does like croissants with hot dogs and like a glaze with like a garlic stuff. It's so good. It was really good. But dinner before that, I believe what was dinner? Pot stickers and rice. But before that, burrito. Finals was awesome. Yeah. I think it more so applies to those who are regularly on the game for years, whether it's their hobby or as a creator. Myself and friends have always taken multiple months breaks after each content drop, and has never really had the level of frustration I've seen in the community, other than some questionable balance choices and seemingly forgotten exotics. See, but that's the thing, like right here, like you're saying, like this stuff, right? That's not okay. That shouldn't be a consistent theme, but it is. It is a consistent theme. And like I know, like balance and everything is gonna be hard, but like there are so many forgotten exotics, dude. So many forgotten exotics. Update the stuff, dude. Icefall Mantle, I heard, is good now, and it came out like shit. Why? Make stuff good. In a game that's supposed to be live and vibrant, it opens up options. You think about returning to D2 for small things like new dungeons or story? Nope, not interested. I know you've been bombarded by Warframe questions, so I'll refrain from it. Say that I love your variety content. Thanks. Also, please try Metaphor for fronts. What? Never heard of that game. You still play occasionally? Nope. Like, it's your job anymore, but you still check out the new stuff? Nope. Haven't touched it. Don't really feel the need to. Have you played any other looter shooters like Warframe? Nope. How do you feel? So I'm technically speaking not in the clear for this. All right? I don't want anybody to freak out. But I'm technically not still in the clear for a potential cancer scare. I've got a thing going on to my throat. It's been going on for a while. It hasn't gone away. It's probably not. But it's there. It's in the back of my mind. So generally I feel fine, but it's always a lingering concern. It's always a lingering scare in the back of my mind. Chat, I'm going to quickly use the restroom. I'll be right back, okay? Oh, not that one. This screen. All right. Give me like a minute and a half. I'll be back to answer more questions and talk to chat. All right? Don't go anywhere. I'll kill you. All right, and I'm back. Some of you left. I will find them, and I will kill them. And of course, we got Return to Orbit, the title screen. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. Packing bags from that D2 abandoned shack, and we moving up. Well, our franchises where Skeletor isn't unhappy. Real. Just get a new throat as your old throat is giving you issues. SMH, yeah, maybe, bro. Hello, Mr. Poopy McPoopy Face. I know, a normal human thing. How weird. All right. Anyway, moving on. How is the world outside? Is it how we all imagined it? It's better, actually. If you had the chance to go back when you started posting Destiny content, would you still have done exclusively Destiny, or if you covered other games too? I would have probably made Spicy Clips a more aggressively non-Destiny stuff to help like branch out, as it were. I think that sticking with one game is ultimately the smartest thing you can do. Channels are built around topics. That's what we discussed in that Markiplier video, right? Our topic was Destiny. We did well. We did what, you know, many other people in the world wish they could do, right? So, yeah. I think we did everything honestly fine. I would have probably done a second channel maybe. All right. Finally just took it off my machine about 3 hours into watching the new dungeon. Hope those who like that type of gameplay are having fun. Agreed, but the whole direction since Final Shape is just not it for me. Rip to 5K hours. Yeah, it's been fun playing stealth and horror games. Very much enjoying myself. Yeah, there's a great world outside. Go enjoy it. I left D2, but D2 didn't leave me. Bad habits still stuck around. I spent the last 280 hours in Elden Ring. Yeah, I mean, if you're enjoying it, man, have fun. Still playing, mainly because I've only been through one shitty expansion, Lightfall, and still enjoying D2 a lot. Great. Hope you keep enjoying. The only MMORPG I've ever loved. It's so stagnant now. That's rough. I think, how many more messages are there? Ooh, there's quite a bit. Ooh, there's quite a bit. Ooh, there's a lot. Okay, so there is something at the bottom. Let me see. Do you ever suffer from D2 withdrawal symptoms? I did for the first 2 weeks. That's Freedom. He's from our clan. All right, this is from somebody who's in this chat right now. You ever played Destiny Mobile? When will we have a new way to inflict mental suffering through gifting subs and followers? Do you have Skibbity Sum? When will you use Skibbity Sum? Probably never, if I can help it at all. But yeah, I'll probably play the Destiny Mobile game just out of pure curiosity, assuming they don't charge me and they don't make ads an unbelievable part of the experience. Yeah, I want to start opening up to more ways of allowing subs to, encourage pain and suffering. Obviously, we've got the thing right now with the, Twitch sub goal. But yeah, I plan on opening up more for that. This comment section is a holier than thou superior complex because they quit D2 type of people's dream. It's been nice seeing playing with the people with the community who genuinely still have fun playing it and want to. So I guess that's a positive thing. Good riddance. Been with it since D1, day one, 18,000 hours between both, so I just like the game, world, whole, lore, and hobby. Good, I'm glad you enjoy it. The holier than thou vibes is coming from people who realize that there was an addiction, not a game. That's why people are like, yeah, no, I'm glad it's great. So, about Warframe, Hunt Showdown, still feeling withdrawals. See you back in a few months. You won't, I promise. Outside of this retrospective, which is more just talking about my experience, not even necessarily talking about Destiny. It's been a month for me and going to give mobile games a try. However, it appeals to my younger sister, as it appeals to my younger sister, right? 2 questions. Here we go. Hold on. From Reeve. Is that nice and centered? Let me see. Yeah, it's centered enough. All right. 2 questions. 1, how are you doing? It's a big change, and it looks like there's first few videos didn't do quite so well. No, they actually did pretty well. They did well enough. 40K for us was like above what we were doing last time. 40,000 views was above what we were doing on our bottom line before we quit. So no, actually they're doing fine. It's possible we can still get an occasional Destiny video. Probably not. If this has been positive for you, I'm happy, but I miss your stupid builds and Destiny clips. Destiny Spicy Clip videos a lot. I mean, we're still doing Spicy Clips, right? Because that's not exclusively Destiny. And it allows me to enjoy the best parts of Destiny without actually having to engage with it, right? So yeah, we're still doing Spicy Clips. Can't think of anything to ask you right now, but the videos I've watched and thoroughly enjoy, especially the clickbait one. Yeah, I really like the clickbait one. I put a lot of time into that. Am I still your favorite child? No. I think more people should quit Destiny 2. There's a change of view of Bungie at all. I encourage people not necessarily to quit, but more people to look around. Maybe take, because like we kind of have our head like dove into the barrel. We're fishing for apples and stuff. I encourage people to come up and take a breath of fresh air and just look around a little bit before they, make a decision. The D2 take the kids. It did. After doing the Destiny shtick for so long, do you have any experiences post-dread or post-not clarity after the change? Yeah, we've kind of discussed it. Gonna get into Black Ops 6 Zombies? Yeah, probably. I like Black Ops. He'll be back. Destiny's addiction. One of those things is true. Do you feel like dropping D2 is actually... Let me see if that's centered. Yeah, it's good. All right. Do you feel like dropping D2 has actually let you try and engage with other games? Yes. Or do you find it wasn't affecting your time to do other stuff as much? No, it absolutely was. Destiny is one of those games where it's like it asks you to like constantly think of it whenever you play other games. It's like, well, you could be playing Destiny right now. You could be playing Destiny right now. You could be going to get that new thing right now. Why aren't you going to get that new thing? And as soon as you're just like, I don't care, you can actually enjoy other games. You know what I mean? Or do you find it wasn't affecting your time on other stuff? Also, have you tried other games without or less FOMO? Yes. And do you look back at Destiny and its FOMO? Do you think it's just... I think it's bad. Yeah, I do think it's bad. I do think it's bad, and I do think FOMO is just way overused. I'm sorry that the game physically hurt you. It did. You're missing out on a pretty fun Stasis season, though. I've heard Stasis is fun. I hope you're all enjoying it. Blood Hunt. No, thank you. We've been trying MOBA. No, not Deadlock. Deadlock is a MOBA. It's actually very much a MOBA. It's been very odd for me. And no, I'm not really interested in MOBAs. We split up with Destiny myself and switched to Monster Hunter. Capcom doesn't hinder their devs about their over-delivery. Oh, that's such a stupid thing. Yeah, man, that's glad they're slowly dropping that. So I can actually hope for things to see improvements in the Wilds upcoming game. Unlike Destiny, where I just hated everything since I knew Bungie would never do the thing that I wanted to. Lol. I mean, obviously, Bungie still wants to make a good game. The execs want to make a good game for the sake of it being profitable, and the devs care about their art, right? But yeah, it is nice to have, like, to drop the pretense of, like, don't over-deliver, it could cause problems. Like, that's stupid. That's so lame. What video game you picked up since you dropped the time sink hole that the game has been, if any? I realized it was basically the only game keeping my hobby alive since it's almost entirely quit gaming. Interesting. No, that hasn't happened to me. Yeah, okay. I think that's everything. Yeah, that's all of them. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad. I think that's all the questions I had in here. Yeah. All right, not too bad. Oh, I don't even have the thing up. I'm sorry. How did that, what? Oh, it's because I minimized it. Okay, yeah, we good. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, good. Yeah, so that was the big thing is like whenever I'd play, mostly because I'm a content creator, right? So it's obviously a little bit different. But whenever I'd play anything other than Destiny, the voice in the back of the head, little man in the box, would be like, you should be playing Destiny. You could be investing this time right now into playing Destiny. What are you doing? Wasting your time. And actually just being back and like, I'm just going to play Deadlock. I'm just going to play Sparking Zero. I'm going to play Balatro. And just have fun with it. And not worry about missing out on stuff. Not really a question, more of a hot take. Destiny 2, actually very little content. Most, if not all, activities can be summarized as run through 3 rooms, get to the boss, damage until immune, repeat. Yep. I thought, for the longest time, I thought this was the only thing you could do until I played Space Marine 2. And then I went, whoa, no, there's so much more you can do. Here's one of the things I realized last night, actually. I am more in love with the characters from Deadlock, just like personalities, and just interest and story and background and all this other stuff in like the 100 or so hours that I played with Deadlock than I have been in the like 3,000 to 4,000 hours I've played with Destiny. I know it's like different writing, it's a different game, but Valve knows how to cook when they do like lore and world building and stuff. I'm so interested in the world of Deadlock, dude. I'm so interested in the world in a way that I never really was with Destiny. I was always interested in the world of Destiny just because of the exploration side of things, not for the character side of things, right? Deadlock does such a good job of characterizing that it reminds me of just like how much I'm missing of that within Destiny. You know what I'm saying? Like just, I one-trick Lady Geist in Deadlock, right? So I have a pretty narrow slice, but even still, the other day, so in Deadlock, there's this thing called the Spirit Urn. It's something that spawns on one side of the map, and you got to carry it all the way to the opposite side of the map, right? Doing so makes you visible, and you can't shoot or use your abilities while you're carrying it. But if you're able to successfully carry it from one side to the other, it'll give you a bunch of souls, or just like currency that you can use to spend on the shop. It's a big deal, right? Very important to see if you can actually get your team to secure it, right? So the other day, the enemy was carrying this thing, and I obviously could see him on radar. So I track him down and I ambush him, and he drops the thing and starts to try to run away. A big team fight breaks out. The team fight ultimately moves away from where the Spirit Urn was dropped, right? And I go back to pick it up, and the Spirit Urn actually talks. It has an entity that like speaks through it, right? And as I'm walking back over to it, it says, "I'm being used as bait." And I just had to stop and laugh. I'm like, the objective just get upset that it was being used as a fucking piece of bait for the rest of the players. It busts me up so much. I loved it so much because it's such just like an offhanded line. Right? It's just an offhanded line. Valve didn't need to give the Spirit Urn any character at all. But it's a sassy, like, middle-aged older man. And it is so funny. And I love it so much. I like that Spirit Urn more than I've liked fucking every character in Destiny since Cade. You know? It's so crazy to me. Like, there's this, that, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was at that moment that I realized, like, I love the characters in Deadlock more than I've loved almost every single character in Destiny. Like, legitimately. As much as I love Cade and as much as I've loved some of the other stuff, there's, like, the writing falls so flat on so many of these characters. And I'm not even necessarily asking it to be funny. I played Lady Geist. Lady Geist is not a funny character. She's a bad guy. She's a bit of a villain. But, like, even still, there's parts of her character and parts of her backstory that comes through that just make me so interested in who this person is and what their story is and why they're doing what they're doing. You know, it feels so nice to just simply enjoy the writing of a character, something that I haven't gotten out of Destiny. And I know it's like different game, different limitations and stuff, but it feels like with as much time as Destiny has, you feel like they would have been able to accomplish a little bit more since then, which they just haven't. They just haven't, dude. But yeah. Is there a heavy TF2? No, there's no. The vibe of Deadlock is a lot more serious. Like the energy and the humor that comes through with Valve still peeks through every now and then, but it's a much different vibe. So there's no like over the top heavy type character who's just this big, "Rah! I punch the thing, I shoot the thing, I did good." You know, it's not quite, but there's different characters, right? It's different. I'm glad there's necessarily, you know, like a copy paste of all the characters over from the TF2 over to this world with some subtle changes and such, right? So yeah, it's been really enjoyable. It's been really enjoyable. Have you tried Subnautica? I did. Kind of not really my thing. Maybe I'll do something for it. I don't know. Push up? Okay, I'll do a push up. Keep a track of the push ups. We'll do it at the end. Check out Indigo Parallel. It's a whole experience, or LSD Simulator. Those are some strange recommendations. But yeah, like maybe it's just Deadlock is good, but I think it's more about just like even Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, right? I don't really know much of the Dragon Ball lore. Most of my Dragon Ball lore comes from Abridged, right? But just like seeing characters interact with one another and like learning about how these characters in their world and such, just from like 1 or 2 lines of dialogue at the start of the game between each other, is just so fascinating to me. And it's something that I'm desperately missing from Destiny, right? Like the world building is clearly there, but there's just so little character. You know what I mean? Like I think there's a massive distinction there. There's just a big distinction between character and world building. Destiny has good world building, but the characters are just like non-existent, or it's in like some buried text somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it's present, it's just not as present as it could be. Have you watched Warframe as a wake-up call? No, I saw Astrocross made a video on it, but it would be potentially good. Black Ops 6 stream on Friday. Oh yeah, that's coming out, isn't it? Maybe we'll do that for Saturday stream. Yeah, that'll probably be good for Saturday stream. Do some Black Ops 6 stuff. Yeah, it's been good. It's been such a positive experience overall. Like I expected when I left Destiny 2 for it to be 80% negative, 20% positive. It's been the other way around. It's been 20% negative, 80% positive overall. It's been really good. Really, really good. All right. Any other closing questions, thoughts, or comments or anything here? So, just to wrap everything up, I hope the people that are still playing Destiny are enjoying Destiny. The only thing I would say, my only like word now being on the other side of things, is I'd say just examine your motives. Just examine if you're playing Destiny because you like playing Destiny, you're enjoying the game, not the loot, not the chase, not the FOMO, but the game, right? If you still are, great. I hope you keep playing. I hope you keep having a good time. I hope Destiny succeeds, right? I've obviously invested like 10 years of my life into this. I'm not hoping for it to fail. But
still want to venture into Borderlands 1/2/3?
Maybe.
There's a community-held event every year, The Hunt. A scavenger hunt for every legendary in a game. Streamers use it to raise money for St. Jude's Kids Hospital.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm considering doing Borderlands stuff. That's another game that does characterizations and stuff really well. Yeah, maybe we'll get back into the Borderlands. We'll see. There's obviously a lot of good games out there right now, and for me, like I said, I've been really enjoying Deadlock. Most of my shooter time has been going into that game and getting good at it. So, we'll see. Hot tub stream win. Yeah, maybe a face reveal sometime in the future. We'll see. For me personally, the universe of Destiny is the part I like. Yeah, I agree with that. That was the main reason I got into it as well. But I just realized maybe this is just more of a personal thing. I realized how much I like character. You know, something that Destiny severely lacks. What do you use to edit your videos, and what software do you use? HitFilm Express. What change do you need to bring you back into the Destiny franchise, and why? Probably Destiny 3. If not, a top-down complete overhaul of PvP. But that's not where Bungie makes their money. It's clear they don't give a shit. What happened to the big spider from that one stream? I don't know what you're referring to. Borderlands 3 threw so hard with the story. Yeah, I didn't do great. Let's see. I was gonna... The spy field upgrade lets you switch to the enemy's voice chat in Black Ops 6. I've heard. Yes, I want to do some of the spy kit stuff in Black Ops 6. I did it a little bit, and it was very funny. This is very funny. We're still enjoying and playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Yes, in fact, I'm considering switching the stream over right now to play it. And 1v1ing some of you. Probably getting my ass kicked, but, you know, it'd be fun. Destiny had expanded media. Like I said it was gonna. Yep. True that you can pause the deadlock match. You can. Yep. You absolutely can. And it's not as intrusive as you would expect. Like, oftentimes it only happens when you've got, like, a stack and somebody leaves. Or, like, they have a DC or something. Somebody will pause the game, and you can jump onto a group chat and be like, hey, we had somebody DC, you know? And everyone's like, okay, fine. They'll wait about 30 seconds or so. Then I'll be like, all right, we good? All right, we good. There's like, a cooperation, you know? Like, imagine, guys, imagine if you could pause a PvP match in Destiny. Imagine how pissed and how much of a hated feature that would be, right? Like, the community would not support that at all. That comes built in with Deadlock, that you can, basically at the start of the game, pause the match and be like, hold on, we have a problem. You know, and ask everybody to wait just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is like every other player has the ability to unpause the game after a period of time. And nobody does. Nobody does. They'll wait because they want to have a good game. You know, it's not about winning. It's about having a good game. Right? Like, that's so contrary to the D2 space. Right? The D2 space is so much about winning and getting the thing rather than it's just having a good game. You know what I'm saying? Cooperative to have fun with the PvP game. What? I know, right? It's weird. It's weird. Like, I know Deadlock is obviously super early, super young, right? I cannot sing this game's praises enough. I love it. Give me a minute. I need to get my pizza rolls from the microwave. But legitimately, though, if I guarantee you, if somebody paused the game in the middle and said, hold on, I'm getting my pizza rolls, everyone would understand. Everyone would be like, Lamau, okay, go get your pizza rolls. And everybody would be chill with it. I've never had a moment where the game was paused and people were like, dude, what the hell? Come on, man. Like, obviously, there's like the, bruh, I was just in the middle of killing somebody, right? But like, legitimately. Kind of semi-competitive game. It's crazy, dude. It is wild to me. It is wild to me. It's a MOBA. It's supposed to be toxic. It's supposed to be toxic. And yeah, I've had bad experiences there. But like, I think I've had 2. In like the 60 to 100 hours I've played or whatever, I think I've had 2 experiences. I'm like, dude, I hate this guy. I wish this guy would DC right now. Right? So, anyway. They're planning to make the pause feature only for after about 3 minutes into the match. Right? Which makes sense. You know, they're trying to balance it out. Which makes sense, right? Because if you started the game, you should be able to actually play the game a little bit. Hope that the Deadlock game attack the right crowd, none of the D2 cheater crowd, right? Spamming emotes in D2 can bring matches to a halt with an emote party. Sometimes. Sometimes. But, yeah. Anyway. Any other things people want to chat about? All the stream has taught me is that play Deadlock and Stardew Valley is actually top tier games. Yeah, actually. Like I said, I really encourage you to give Deadlock a try. Like I said, I cannot sing this game's praises enough. It's been almost exclusively positive. Almost exclusively positive. Very much enjoyed it. Very much enjoyed it. As somebody who does not do PC games, right? You guys know I'm on console right now even. Does not do PC games. Didn't do MOBAs. Loving this game. Very much enjoying it. Very much enjoying it. Have you played Risk of Rain? No, but I've been told to get into it. I'm interested in going into it. Any other related, like, post-Destiny or retrospective questions y'all have here? Horror games, maybe. Maybe for a stream. I've had one of the most wholesome moments with Mo and Krill and the enemy team. We just had a truce for the first 7 minutes. It was great. Interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's interesting. It's a very interesting experience. I think it's just like, you know, one bad apple ruins the bunch kind of thing with the D2 community. I feel like there's just like Destiny's a little long in the tooth, so it's had more time. I was here for the last D2 stream. Yeah, probably the last D2 stream. I think the only thing that would really bring us back here for another Destiny 2 stream, like we're not even, like the controller's down. Playing Destiny is probably a bit of a stretch even right now. Probably the only thing that would bring us back here is if somebody was like, yo, play Gambit, Lamau, Subathon. You know, it's like, okay, sure, that could be funny. Or, you know, delete the Titan, sure, with the 500 total Twitch sub thing. Have you watched any videos about D2 like lore? I've watched some Bife videos. Do you sometimes look at your vault just to admire it? Because I do. I do not. I look at my builds to admire them. Here, which button is it? This button? Oh, my controller shut off? What? Why is my... Huh? Huh? Why is my loadout screen? That was weird. Why is... Is it not work? Why do I have to mouse over here? What? Why? Why do I have to mouse over? Why? That's just nerfs console players. Why? That's... okay. Okay. Anyway, no, I admire my builds. I don't admire my left on D-pad. Dude, I'm pressing. It ain't happening, Chief. It ain't working. I have to mouse over here and then do it. While on gear. Ah, but why change that? That's so weird. Not working. Glitched. Yeah, that odd. It's a bug. Either way, the new season hasn't been fixed. Yeah. I can't even be in the menu without... Ah, man. I really don't want to sound like I'm just like, I'm hating on D2 just for the sake of hating on D2. But man, that's poetic. Man, that's poetic. I'm not even playing Destiny and I found something that I'm irritated with. It's a bug, don't worry. Ugh. The game's actively making you not want to play it. Yeah, real. There's quite an amount of bugs that will hotfix before December, hopefully. How much to delete your vault? We'll hit the Twitch sub goal first, then we'll talk. Can't change the map from the character screen either. Yeah, like, confusing, man. Like, again, it's like, I get it. Destiny's a big game. A lot of moving parts. This type of thing, like, we've had things come up with their problems or whatever. This type of things get fixed within hours on Deadlock. Like, something's an issue, gets fixed. People changing the map within hours. So, anyway. Man, I saw the title, and I knew I had to tune in. I'm at school right now. I've been doing recently. Sorry, I've been watching recently. I've been doing good, man. Honestly, quitting D2 was one of the best experiences I've had. It's been almost exclusively positive. I encourage everybody to just take a moment. Not saying quit. I'm saying take a moment. Pull your head up out of the fishbowl for a minute. Look around. And legitimately try to separate your time investment from Destiny and see if you have a similar experience. I enjoyed watching your videos in Destiny. I'm not a PvP player at all, but I enjoy watching it. I've actually started enjoying it when before I would have avoided it. Ah, I see. It's like the plague. Lastly, good luck to you. Thanks, man. Destiny's a big game and even more content has been cut. Yep. Yeah, my youngest brother asks me constantly, is like, when's Mars coming back? I'm like, ooh. Let's say about that. It's like, well, didn't the darkness take it or whatever? Didn't we beat the darkness? I'm like, yeah, you make a good point. They don't have an in-lore reason for it anymore. We beat the darkness. He's right. I don't know. It's just Bungie. He just brings up a valid point. A lot of people I know have quit. They've been better. I used to play every day, and I've been playing since D1's release. I've had a break, and it feels really nice. Yep. Quit D2 earlier this summer. It's been really great. Yep. Have you tried speedrunning? I tried my first Mario one. Quite enjoyed it. I actually really enjoy speedrunning. I never really took it super seriously, but I like the idea of it. And any game that I feel like I've gotten relatively half decent at, I kind of give it a half-assed try. Probably not my audience's thing, though, so probably won't be anything for the channel, but it is interesting. No excuse for sunsetting. Bungie still should have been sued for that theft. Yeah, honestly, they did. They did kind of like... It's like the, well, buying isn't owning, like, well, then fucking piracy isn't theft. I mean, we really didn't. We kind of just rolled over, you know. I like watching speedruns. Don't have the finesse for doing it myself, right? Give us back Mars, the witness from beyond the grave. Nuh-uh. Yeah, real. Turns out the real darkness of things Bungo did along the way. Yeah, kinda. Kinda. Talked about this with someone on my Discord, and we both agreed that D2 and has WoW's problems, having so many plot holes over the years that it's starting to become unbearable. Well, like, plot holes I can ignore, right? Because it's a big game. There's lots of story. I get that. It's like failure to update the game, failure to make quality of life changes. You know? That's the big thing. Why would it be your last? Well, I mean, I've quit Destiny for over a month. This is the most Destiny I've quote-unquote played in the last month and a half. Closer to 2 months at this point. So here's for the spicy clips. Yep, spicy clips are still going to stay. As we've said before, spicy clips are still going to stay. Still like doing those. Still like watching those. Allows me to enjoy the best parts. Feels Chad dramatic? No, I mean, I'm quitting the game for a bit. It's like the 6th separate time you tried quitting the game, going for variety content. Not really. I'm sorry that that's been the vibe, but the previous videos have all been like, what is this the time that we quit? No, probably not, but it is something worth considering. The most recent, like, I'm quitting video was like, I'm quitting. Like, this is it. This is a retrospective. This is me just like talking about my experience post-quit, like actually fully committing to the quit, right? I'm sorry if that was the vibe, and I get it, right? Obviously I didn't like do my best to make it clear or whatever, right? It's like I want people interested in the topic or whatever, right? But yeah, all the previous discussions have all been like, what would it take? What has it been? Where is it going? Whereas this one is like, nope, we're pulling the trigger. You know, it's the difference between like, you know, I've got my hand hovered over the Glock. I know, I'm thinking about it. Whereas the most recent one's like, I'm pulling the trigger. Screw it. Here we go. Kapow. Moving on. You know, but I get it. It's a little over dramatic. I don't fault you for that. I don't know how to record spicy clips. Can I post spicy pictures, screenshots? Yeah, but good luck with that. This isn't a return. This is here. I'm getting my stuff and gloat how better I have it now. Kinda. It's more about like the, it's like going back to your middle school, right? Like the middle school where you were bullied. You know, you come back and like, wow, I hated this place. Let's talk about all the things I learned now that I'm gone. You know? Before it was, what if we do? This time is what if we don't? Yeah, kinda. Will you ever return if Bungo fixes itself in Destiny 2? That's the thing. I have no faith in them. That's the biggest problem. Savathun's fave boy. I have no faith in them. Gone. Completely shattered. That was the thing that was keeping me going last time, is the hope for a better future, right? The whole meme, you know? Gone. I feel no positive, like I don't have any faith for the future of this franchise. Just joined. Don't know if you have talked about this, but are you going to be playing any of the new games? Like the ones that are a lot like D2, playing games like Warframe? No, I'm not interested in them. I just feel like I'm having a better time outside of them. The D2 engine is like an onion with newer content. It's fresh layers. Wait, the D2 engine is like an onion with newer content is fresh layers. Yeah, kinda. You don't like any of the changes? No, it's not that I don't like the changes. It's that it hasn't moved the needle. It's not that I don't like them. I think that they're all positive. It's just that it's like, you know, to what end?
Where will your guardians spend their retirement? Eating ramen in the city?
I feel like I feel like my warlock would be the type that would be sort of like a coach. He would retire being sort of like a guru, as it were. Not really getting paid for anything, just like, you know, somebody would visit on the mountaintop or whatever, right? And be like, do you have any wisdoms of how to perfect your art of blinking? Like, yes, come my Padawan, let me teach you. You know, retired, kind of just enjoying his life, but occasionally would take somebody on for that, you know? Are you going to keep listening to Destiny 2, Destiny news? I'm slowly falling out with it. I've been kind of keeping up with it, just kind of by accident, because I'm in the Destiny 2 space. My Twitter is constantly filled with it. You know, my YouTube feeds are still kind of filled with it, right? Just because my algorithms haven't updated, right? But I'm slowly falling out with it. You know, I'm slowly falling out of love with it, so I just don't care. And it's at the point where, like, I keep up with Minecraft news because I'm interested in what's going on with Minecraft. Like, I watch Phoenix SC, if anybody who hears watch Phoenix SC, right? Like, I watch Phoenix SC because I'm interested in what's going on in the game, right? I don't do that with Destiny. I don't care. I haven't watched an Astrocross video outside of, like, the occasional ones that tend to do well for him for the last, like, years. I just don't, that was previously because I don't have any need for it. I obviously got all the news myself. But, like, now on the other side, it's like, I just don't want to. I don't care. Like, woo, Icebreaker's back. Congratulations. Like, the breaking case of emergency Exoticus here. You know, another step in the power creep chain. Glad that that's the direction we're going with it. You know. Taking breaks is healthy. I'm not taking a break, dude. I'm bailing. If I can help it. Like I said, this is probably the last time you'll see this screen. What games have you been planning on branching out to that you haven't already? Like I said, Deadlock's been the big thing. I really want to talk about that. Destiny Rising is the cure. Search your feelings to know it to be true. I'll experiment with it just out of curiosity. I've been liking the new video essays and interesting topics that you're planning on covering. Next one I want to cover is channels that didn't grow with their audience. Like, think SS Sunday. Right? The Destiny 2's news I receive from content creators that I enjoy, of whom I'd still watch even if they did other games. Yep. Dismantle the Astrocyte at the end of the stream. Maybe. I'll still hold on to the Astrocyte. Like, the thing is like, Destiny still represents memories for me. Destiny is still, like, this character represents more than simply my time invested into the game, right? This represents friendships. This represents trials. This represents hardships. This represents successes. This represents failures. This represents a lot of things for me, right? There's a sentimental value that is attached to it. 10 years of sentimental value attached to it. Right? So this character is more than just simply the bytes and the pixels and the kill counts and all this other stuff, right? Like, this is like a part of my identity in a way, right? So that's partially why it's like I'm cool with getting rid of the Titan for the 500 Twitch subs, but like I'm probably always gonna hold on to the Warlock, right? Because there's something about this. It's a digital media, and I don't want it to be lost media, you know? So, like, how many I made my image, my brand, so much identified with this. This honestly represents a lot of YouTube too, right? There's a lot more that goes on with it. So no, I won't be deleting Astrocyte. It has too much sentimental value. Completely separate from the game. Sounds like you're trying to convince yourself to quit. Why take such extreme actions? Not trying to convince myself to quit. I have quit. It's just that I'm not going to burn the bridge, you know? I'm not saying, fuck Destiny, screw this game, hate all the players that are in it, I'm going to get rid of everything. It's just like, I'm moving on, you know? So, there's a difference. There's a difference, I'd say. Yeah, lol, classic Destiny 2 content, Icebreakers being back. Yeah, it's, like, cool to bring in exotics or whatever, right? But, like, that's not... I have Destiny 1 still. I could still go play Destiny 1. If I really cared about Icebreaker that much. Like, it's cool it's in Destiny 2. But, like, that shouldn't be the main reason I come back. Put everything in a small box and leave it in a closet. Yeah. It's a peaceful farewell, but it's a farewell all the same. Yeah. Yep. If you need a character for subs, feels like you're taking it out of your hands and putting in the responsibility of taking that push onto your fans. Kinda. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. So, like I said, the Warlock stays. The other characters I'm more or less willing to drop. I am interested in potentially doing Zero to Ascended again. That is the one thing that has been interesting to me. Because, like, I feel like that's the most enjoyable experience I have on Destiny. And it doesn't require me to engage with Destiny into the parts I don't like about Destiny at all. Like, I literally don't need to do anything. I just play the game. Play the game for the way that I enjoy it. Really like Zero to Ascended. I might do Zero to Ascended again. That's the only thing that has been potentially interesting to me. So. Zero to Ascended with the new Titan? Yeah, maybe. Maybe like a legitimately actually fresh started character. Every once in a while, open up the old toy box and think, wow, my old toys sucked. Yeah. Don't become Riley and just delete hundreds of launchers. Yeah. The roguelite comp experience. Yep. Recommend that. I played Destiny 1 after I quit Destiny 2, and it felt like a breath of fresh air, some good old air. Yeah, right. Is Destiny 2 all bark but no bite? No, it's got plenty of bite. It's just that it doesn't let go, and it tries not to, rather than just being like, okay, all right, you got your bite, move on, good game, right? Go enjoy your life. It's like, no. This is a lifestyle now. It's like, at a point, it's like, okay, that could be interesting, but what does that entail? It's a Faustian bargain. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, considering launching up DBZ, I guess it's DBS 0. Yeah, DBS 0 in just a sec. I know I'm going to lose like 70 of you, but gonna go because this makes me a bit nostalgic and sad, but I'm happy for you to see you around next stream. I hope to get to see you. The truth is that most people don't care about us outside of Destiny. That's the hard truth. People don't give a shit. They're totally fine with just, moving on. That's fine. Titan's about to get sent to the vault along with the planet. We are a ways off. I'll leave it as an option for you, but yeah, we are a ways off. Did you show the color chart to your girlfriend? She watches all the videos. Aside from Deadlock, anything piquing your interest? Dragon Ball Sparking 0. And, Balatro. But that's just because it's mobile. Gotta head off to class now. Started watching your content in the early high school and now well into college. Wonder will we both be in another 4 years. Hopefully together. We'll see. I'd love to play D1 again, but they robbed me of all my DLCs and expect me to pay for it again. Yeah, fuck that, dude. Can I use my gear for I own for them? Yeah, like all that shit to be free, dude. That should all be free. Most of the DLCs in Destiny 2 should be free too. It's ridiculous that they still charge as much as they do. Thank you for the contributions to the community. Thanks, man. For content style, I'm sure I'll be watching plenty of your stuff in the future when you change content. Yeah, well, I mean, we have been. So if you haven't already, maybe you don't. Maybe that's not 100% true. But do whatever you want. Yes. Shall we move on to Dragon Ball Sparking 0? Or should I just close it here? Just be some 778 in protection or not. Or on the planning stage of your next life. That would be funny. There's something like DBZ like that people aren't familiar with. Do you consider Warframe as a D2 replacement? Yes, and I don't want it. I've considered it. Hear me out. Be the face of Titanfall 2 Revival. Drop everything to play it again. I tried. Nobody cared. I did a video on it. Nobody cared. Nobody watched. Like 5,000 views in 24 hours. One of the worst performing videos I've ever had in the last 4 years. Nobody cared. Play a bit of Capcom for small if you like fighting games. I don't typically play fighting games. That's the thing. Like I play Smash. That's not really a fighting game. It's a platform fighter, right? So like Sparking 0 has been one of the first games I've actually played that is like a legitimate fighting game. Did you also jump on the Dragon Ball train after Sparking 0 launched, or did you like the franchise beforehand? Never. I really liked Fighter Z. I didn't ever own it, but I really liked the idea of the game. I liked watching it. Loved the style and everything that went with it. Just never played it. So Sparking 0, being that I actually can afford games now. I got it and I was like, wow, this is really interesting. And I kind of didn't like it at first. I kind of hated it at first. But as I've given it more time, I've started to enjoy it. And I started really liking it. Does this Dragon Ball game have Mario ladder combos? Unfortunately, no. No infinites. Not yet. It's all very counterable. D2 is slowly going into the niche of the player base's status outside the limelight. Yep. So I've been leaving Europe and it's late for me. All right. Deuces. Please do move to DBZ 0. All right. I think it's probably a good place to stop. What do you guys think? Any other questions or whatnot? For DB Sparking 0, the best part is the what-if scenarios of all the alternate canon that can still mostly merge with the canon. Yeah, I haven't really done any of that stuff. I've just been playing the ranked matches and such. Getting my ass kicked, but playing that mostly. You know? I plan on going through and doing some of those eventually, but like I don't have a whole lot of connection to the Dragon Ball universe. Like I didn't like watch it a lot growing up. Like I said, my most familiar thing is with Abridged, which obviously isn't, it's not really the same. Who are you maining in DBZ Sparking? Mostly Piccolo. So my team right now consists of Piccolo, Trunks, Yajirobe, Mr. Satan. Oh, well, I had Mr. Satan for a while, and I was doing what's his face, Master Roshi. A weird ass team, dude. Weird ass team. Why are you quitting Destiny? I've quit Destiny. Past tense. This is just discussing what it's been like post the quit. Go watch the video about the quit to get more information. Love to see your Deadlock content. Just got the game. I'll eventually get around to playing it. Yeah, I'd like to make some Deadlock content. It's probably going to be second channel stuff, though. Dodge. Yeah, it's good teaching people how to dodge. Piccolo's very good at that. This is Echoes of Bungie Pass. Will you ever play the Master Chief Collection? I want to see you fight a Hiver Flood. Maybe. One last stream. Yeah, this is probably the last quote-unquote Destiny stream we'll ever do. This is probably the last time you'll ever see the screen. We'll see. And this is purely just for the retrospective. Nice outfit, though. Yep. Been with me for years. It's crazy to think how old this costume is. It's like a 3 to 4 year old costume. Or drip. Graviton Lance said to get a very substantial buff. Great. Alright. Probably a good place to stop. How many push-ups do I need to do? Just one? Oh, I should probably hydrate. You're right. Let me get some hydration. I'll push up and hydrate. How many push-ups was I required to do? Have you Yamcha'd anyone? Plenty of people we've Yamcha'd. I don't see anybody playing Yamcha, though. I think I fought one dude playing Yamcha in like the last 100 or so matches I've played. Those faces and deuces. Deuces. Been the guys for about 3-ish years since Spicy Clip started. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? Also, the quote, don't bunch up, works on Deadlock. Yep. Loved your work. It's still going to be there. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Yes. Is it just one push-up? Okay. All right, let me do a push-up, and then we'll probably close it here. Keep it a nice short stream today. You know? Okay. Push-up time. I did 5 because one didn't feel good enough. 5 push-ups. All right, I did 5. All right, chat. Think this is probably a good place to stop. Twas a good time. Thank you for your questions. Appreciate you all. Thank you for the support. We'll keep the goal up there for 500 subs being a delete a character thing. I don't think we're ever going to reach it. I'm okay with that. But in the meantime, y'all, bless your faces and deuces.